Live to Canberra now, Senator Matt Canavan joins us. Matt, still no orders to lock up any of the dozens of detainees freed into the community 2 months after that High Court verdict. What are your thoughts on that pace?
Well, this is one of the most shocking lapses of public safety, government security of the people that I've ever seen. The government were unprepared for this decision last year. They effectively said they thought they would win. The legal advice was that they would win, so they did no preparation for a loss. They didn't prepare for a rainy day. And now even months later, they still haven't used any of the powers. We rushed through the Parliament. We supported them last year, and people are still at risk. We've got over 100 of these detainees that have committed serious crimes. 24 of them have been charged since release, including a couple of shocking examples involving child abuse. And we still have no action from this government. And on top of the lack of action, now they're trying to hide the details from the Australian people. We've only got this information because we've had to extract it through a Senate estimates process that only occurs every 3 times a year. The government should be giving regular updates to the Australian people about what they're doing for the safety and security of the Australian people. I wonder if the Prime Minister really has his thumb on this. If I was him, I'd be wanting daily updates from my ministers. Those ministers probably should have been sacked. And they're still there, and they still don't seem to be doing their job.
So the Prime Minister says it hasn't submitted any applications yet because the law for redetention has an exceptionally high threshold and they don't want the application to be rejected. Does that suffice?
Mate, how long has this been going on? We've already waited through one Christmas. It sounds like we might have to wait for the next Christmas before there is any action. I mean, we're talking about a couple of months now since we passed that legislation, about 60 days. I mean, I know they've apparently got there's a team of lawyers within the government. Why aren't all of those resources going to do this to secure the safety of the Australian people? Every day we wait here. There's obviously a ticking time bomb here with so many sick people, sometimes convicted, otherwise alleged of serious crimes out in our streets. This should be the number one priority of the government. But instead, they've been distracted over summer by trying to break their promise on their tax cuts and not doing their job. Just do their job. And when are we going to see these applications? Is there a deadline? Is there a timeline? Is the Prime Minister really across this? It doesn't seem like he is.
Okay. Just a quick one on Barnaby. Matt, some Nationals MPs are reportedly worried his actions will harm the party's standing with female voters. Are you worried about any electoral blowback here?
Oh, look, not at all, Peter. I mean, I've spoken to lots of people since, and you know, no one really cares about this at all. I mean, no one was hurt. Barnaby is a genuine guy. Obviously, got himself into a bit of a pickle, and it's a little bit embarrassing. But it was totally victimless. He's a bit embarrassed. He's a bit bruised. But it only underlines to me, you know, how much of an authentic person Barnaby is. And if there's one thing I think that people do want in their representatives, that they are authentic, genuine people, and that's Barnaby in a nutshell.